welcome back to my channel. I'm so super excited that you are back yet again. If you are new to this space, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Kaizen, Tshego, and I am so delighted that you've clicked on my video. You know what would make me happier though? If you click that big red button that says subscribe right over there. And I would really love to see you come back again and stick around. Okay guys, so let's jump into this week's first video. It's going to be a bit different. Obviously, I have no makeup brushes in front of me, but I do have some of the world's greatest literature before me. I know that we're all in self-quarantine and we're all kind of at the point of like twiddling our thumbs. I've seen a million TikTok videos, unfortunately for me, and I'm just thinking, you know what, there's got to be something that I can share with you that will kind of give you an activity to do as we stay quarantined and wait for this virus to kind of pass over, you know. So today I wanted to share with you my top 10 favorite books. I don't know if I'll add the part where I'm struggling to kind of categorize it or drop it down, because I have more than 10 books in front of me here, and I knew that I wanted to like not make it a long list. So I settled on 10 eventually. I'm going to share my top 10 favorite books with you guys. So guys, I've got 4 categories. I've managed to cut down or to categorize the books into 4 categories. The first type of book, I've got memoirs. And then I've got fictional novels, but like amazingly written, right? I've got 3 books that have kind of helped me find my purpose and helped me find my identity. I've got one of the oldest books that I've ever owned. And then I've got 1 book that I think everyone should read. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, sorry, press on. Okay, but 10. Okay, I'm gonna start with my 3 favorite fictional books. As it stands with my collection, these are my 3 favorite fictional books. So we've got Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. I think that's how you say her surname. I've got obviously my girl Chimamanda with Americana. Incredible piece of literature. And then I've got Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. So these 3 books, guys, so these 2 have been made into movies, and I swore that I would finish these books before I even went and watched the movie. And then obviously Chimamanda's book has not been made into a movie, but it really should, because it's amazing. So let me tell you a quick story about these 3 really quickly, right? So the reason why I bought Americana, there was a point in my life where I wanted to start getting into African literature. I had always been reading books that were not written by African people, and I was really curious at that point in my life to find out how African people write. And yes, if you're wondering, there is a difference between African literature, European literature, blah 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 blah. They write very differently, because obviously their context and experiences are very different. So wow, this book was incredible. I literally felt like, you know, when the thing I love about fictional books, right? And fictional books will always be my favorite books to read, because firstly, they're an escape. But you know when you read a book and you get into it, and I felt like this with all 3 of these. That's why they're my top 3. You get into a book like you were there, like you are in it, like you can feel a character, like the book makes you hate or love someone. Then you know, okay, this is an amazing writer. And with all 3 of these books, this one gave me suspense galore. I was like, wow. You know when you're torn with like which character to love and which character to hate? This book flipped the script every single chapter. One chapter you're like, okay, no, this chick's actually not crazy, she's cool. You know, let me not spoil it. But this is like suspense, thriller, psychological, whatever. It's just a mashup of all of these things. So I would say, if you haven't watched the movie, or if you have watched the movie and you're still curious about the book, definitely get the book. I would say the book, obviously guys, books are always better than movies, always. They've got more context, more content. They build the characters better for longer, so you get a clearer understanding of who the people are. So yeah, I'd say get yourself a copy of Gone Girl. Me Before You also was a movie. I think this is like the girliest book that I have, but guys, it wasn't like corny, you know? Like the writer, Jojo Moyes, is like amazing. Like she's an amazing writer. And I think of all the books I've ever read in my life, after this one, I'm going to show it really quickly. This made me cry so much. I remember actually Googling, oh Philip, I just remembered another book that should be here. But yeah, this one, no, should I get it? Okay, no, it's fine, I won't get it. Okay, so yeah, Me Before You literally was, it made me cry like so much. So if you're looking for a book where you want to release the COVID-19 anxiety has got you like feeling all types of ways, get this book, cry it out, girl, and move on with your life. Like, you really get so absorbed in the book. Okay, and then obviously, guys, Americanas, wow, like, I don't know what took me so long. Like, you know when you pick up a book and you're just like, oh, flip, I knew it was going to be good, and I don't know why it took so long. This is how I feel about Americana, and I'm actually even getting emotional talking about it, because like Chimamanda's so amazing. Like, she's such an amazing writer, she's such an amazing like thought leader, she's just incredible. So I really enjoyed this book by her, and would strongly recommend that you get it. Yeah, and funny enough, all 3 of these books were written by females. Hey, anyway, okay, moving right along. So what I want to tell you about the books that I read is I pair them according to what I want to learn in life. So there was a point in my life where I was searching for my purpose. So I was on the search to actually understand what gives people the competitive edge, what are the keys to success, what is my purpose, how do I find my destiny, how do I walk in the right path. And these next 3 books are the books that I can say to date have shaped the way that I think, I feel, I believe, and the way that I am. So the first book is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Obviously, everyone and their mother and their dog has read this book. This book, I must say, guys, I've even got tabs. I was so into this book. I've got bookmarks. Can you see? From, I don't know, 20 whatever. But I'm so proud of myself. I literally read this book in 6 hours straight. I read it in one day. I sat on my bed and I just kept turning pages. This book is so amazing. Like, it's so spiritual. Paulo Coelho is such a spiritual writer. His writing is so rich. He's like a storyteller, you know, and I really enjoyed The Alchemist. It's not for everyone. My sister tried to read it. She didn't like it, but I know that absolutely everyone else in the world really loves it. Something wrong with her. All she reads is Game of Thrones. So yeah, amazing book. And then I also read Pastor Andre Olife's Things That Undermine Our Success, because I was on that path to actually understand like what makes us successful, what are the keys, and I wanted to also apply like a biblical lens to it, you know, because there was a point in time when I was kind of grappling with whether or not success was biblical and righteous, and I needed to get a perspective from someone that I respected. So that's why I read this book. And then, this one, probably like the first crazy Robin Sharma. I remember I used to read his blogs every morning, and then I realized, why not go get his book? Because I love the way that he writes. The thing about Robin Sharma that I think has been so amazing is that he writes like he's speaking to you. And so from this book, I felt like I got like a free coaching session. It's the one author who wrote in a way that made you feel like you're friends and like he's your coach and he's sitting right there. So I felt like this was really good to like coach you to that mindset of channeling your inner success, your inner confidence, and your inner bad bitch. Okay, so that's that category done. My next category is memoirs. I only have 2 memoirs, but the 2 that I've picked out, guys, they are a hit. They're not a miss. So I recommend that you get them. So the 2 memoirs that I've read today are We're Gonna Need More Wine by Gabrielle Union. This is a very special book to me, guys. My boyfriend got me this book, and I read this book and took it on my journey to Bali. Yeah, the love of my life gifted it to me, so it'll always be a special book. And guys, it's a hardcover. Like, hardcover books are so incredible. So yeah, I love this book. It's amazing. It's special. She's amazing. I really enjoyed reading it. And Shoe Dog, I just gave a review on my Instagram on Shoe Dog, so go and check it out on there. I feel like these two individuals are so different, but I learned things from the both of them. Very well written books. And guys, by the way, I'm not going to put this as a disclaimer. All the books that I read and all the books that I recommend are amazing books. It just depends on where you are on your journey and what you're looking for from the categories that I'm presenting. But there is no book that I'm going to show you, tell you about, that you're going to pick up and be like, oh, I hate the way that this person writes. Very easy to read, very well written books, amazing. So yeah, these two really amazing memoirs. If you guys don't know who Phil Knight is, he is the founder and creator of Nike, or Nike, actually that's how it's pronounced, I found out. And Gabrielle Union is an African American actress. So yeah, I recommend these two if you want to start getting into memoirs. But then again, also, if these two people don't inspire you, then definitely look for people who do inspire you and pick that. Okay, so I'm going to get into some deep things now. These are the last 3 books. These are non-fictional books. And I'm going to end off with these next books right over here. I'm starting with, oh my lord, I'm starting with this one. So this book, guys, is a very special book to me. This is called Do They Hear You When You Cry by Fozia Kasinja. And this book is a book that I read when I was entering high school, probably grade 8 or grade 9, and it was about female genital mutilation in West Africa. Amazing book. I don't even know if it's still sold. I mean, look at it. This book has been in the hands of so many women. My mom actually bought this book and then I read it. I borrowed it to certain people. She borrowed it to certain people. It's passed the hands of so many women. And I think in it, yes, it's a message of female genital mutilation, but it's also a message of like just being bold and courageous and strong and standing for what you believe is right in your life, despite what society is saying and despite the direction the society is going in. If you don't believe in a thing, don't do it. And I think it was a very powerful message that my mother put into my hands at the age that I was at, and I really, for that, appreciate this book, and this will always make my top 10 list, irrespective of how many books I read in my life. The next book that I read, this book is called We Are the Ones We Need. Okay, it's called We Are the Ones We Need, and it's by Tshego Bolani, and then it says The War on Black Professionals in Corporate South Africa. If you are a man or a woman working in corporate South Africa, especially a person of color, I would recommend that you get your hands on this book. This book, you know, as black professionals, when we meet on the weekend or you've had a really rough day and you tell your friend about it, this is essentially all of the things we've ever told our parents, our friends, our partners, our cousins, our confidants about corporate South Africa in a book. Like, she did it for us, right? She literally breathed and validated all of our struggles, all of our challenges. And I think when I read it, the one thing that it leaves me with is validation. It was a validating book. You know, you can be in a space where so many crazy things are happening and the environment allows for those things to happen, that it makes you feel like, okay, maybe I'm crazy. And this book is literally a book that you need to read if you are in that space where you are in an environment where you're starting to feel like, maybe I'm the crazy one. Because trust me, I'll tell you now, you're not crazy. There's something fucked up about the environment that you're working in. So get your hands on this. It'll help you cope. It'll help you cry. It will help you release. It will help you not feel like you're alone. So thank you so much, Tshego Bolani, for this amazing book. Guys, and then the last book, the most popular book, I think this, and where's Alchemist? These two books are probably like the most popular books I have on my shelf. It needs no introduction. We all know about it. And it's so crazy because, as you guys know or don't know, I actually studied accounting. And it's funny because when I read this book, it's actually another accountant who recommended it to me. And I was just like, I don't need to know what this man is saying because surely I should know it better than anyone, right? Because I studied a commerce qualification. And no. If you're a person who I don't want to say loves money, but if you're a person who loves being comfortable, who wants to make your money work harder for you, I recommend Rich Dad Poor Dad. Don't allow yourself to die in this world without having read this book. So I'm not going to lie, I haven't read all of it, because some of these principles I was like, oh, okay, I get it. But I think it's a book that I always go back to depending on what I'm trying to do with my money, and which lessons I want to learn. It's almost like a guide that I go back to. So yeah, guys, I recommend Rich Dad Poor Dad. Whether or not you know commerce and you think you know how assets and liabilities and growing your money works, it really is a good book to just touch base on. Read it. Literally the first 2 chapters will get you going and you'll be like, okay, I'm on the right track, or oh my word, I didn't know that. But I can guarantee you will learn something from this book. Wow, I can't believe we did this. Like, I can't. I really can't. I feel like I was running through it. There's so much that I could say about these books, guys, but I really just wanted to share, I don't want to say like the most authentic part of me, because every part of me is authentic, but I feel like reading is like second nature to me, you know, like I don't know what something is to other people, but like reading is like my thing. And I really feel like it's a thing that I've been wanting to bring and share with you on the channel, but I didn't know how to. I don't want to confuse or dilute my brand, and I don't want you guys to think, okay, I'm going to tell you about books, but I've been wanting to bring it in, and I thought, you know what, during the self-quarantine period, what better way or what better content to bring than the books that I've enjoyed over the past couple of years of my life. I think it's a good time to kind of like wind down. I really do feel like the world, or the earth, Mother Nature, is warning us and telling us to slow down. Slow down a bit and be intentional with the things that you consume. I mean, on the TV, there's so much news about coronavirus, and I know, guys, we can't be ignorant and like ignore it, but I do think that there's a certain level of information that you consume where it then becomes very toxic and very paralyzing. And as a person who really suffers from anxiety, I do try to kind of limit or balance how much of that news I consume. The one thing that will always stay at top of my mind is we are in shitty times. We need to protect ourselves, and we can't be stupid about the things that we do. Like, I'm just going to call it the way that it is, because some of the behavior that I've been seeing on my social media that people are doing is really irresponsible. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. You don't mind dying from coronavirus, but I don't want to die from it. So could you please stop doing the things you're doing? So I think that hopefully as the weeks progress, and unfortunately as things get worse, people will start to take the virus seriously. But as we're all posted at home, I really hope that you have enjoyed this video. I hope that you've learned a thing or two. I hope that you've taken notes on some of the books that you'd like to read. And if I went too quickly on certain titles and you didn't see certain books, let me know in the comments down below, and I will let you know what the book is called. If you want to find out what the book is about, you can always download an app. It's called Goodreads. I use Goodreads when I'm not sure about a book and I want to buy it, to kind of see, okay, what I enjoyed, what are other people saying about it. So you're more than welcome to check all of these books that I've shown you guys today on Goodreads. I would like to know which books you have read that have changed your life, that you feel are like so amazing, and you're like, Tshego, you need to get your hands on this book. Let me know in the comments down below which books you also enjoy, because I would love to add them to my list. And yeah, guys, until next time, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you guys are keeping your family and your loved ones protected. And until the next video, mwah! Ciao for now.